Zack Snyder's undead epic Army of the Dead breathes new life into the zombie apocalypse. And viewers beware, spoilers ahead. Not only does the film feature a reanimated tiger and a zombified horse trotting around the decimated city of Las Vegas, but the biters in the movie are unlike any zombies we've seen before. Now, most zombie lore would have you believe that, when it comes to the undead, all bites are created equal. It doesn't matter if you're patient zero or the billionth victim. But Army of the Dead takes a different approach.
What are you talking about? They don't think. If they come, we kill them.
You don't understand. They're not what you think they are.
So, let's break down the zombie hierarchy introduced in Army of the Dead and see what these feisty flesh eaters can really do. Say hello to the Shamblers. They're lower on the undead hierarchy than the Alphas, but these slow, ravenous corpses can easily overwhelm you in large numbers. Luckily, they're not that tough to take down. Shamblers are a lot like the zombies of yore. Their sole purpose is to devour all the unturned humans they can find. These are the creatures that will remind you most of the ones you've seen in projects like George A. Romero's genre-defining zombie films and shows like The Walking Dead. They're not smart or sophisticated. They're just mindless hobblers in search of a living snack.
Come on, fool.
The Shamblers in Army of the Dead do have some frightening skills though. Similar to the infected in Will Smith's I Am Legend, these zombies can hibernate. Meanwhile, zombies that have dried out in the harsh Nevada sun rehydrate in the rain. A sight we are mercifully spared from in the film.
You should see what happens when it rains. For a few hours, they all come back to life.
Oh, scheiße.
However, Shamblers are still the weakest of the bunch. They're slow, dumb, and easy to fight in small groups. When Tanaka's mercenaries encounter small groups of Shamblers, it doesn't take much to put them down. You might want to save some bullets for when you encounter an Alpha. These guys are tough, and even coordinate their attacks. The average Shambler can be avoided or dispatched rather easily. Alpha zombies, on the other hand, possess a lot of skills that Shamblers lack, including the ability to organize.
You all keep talking about the city like it's their prison. It's not. It's their kingdom.
In addition to being intellectually enhanced, the Alpha zombies in Army of the Dead are also physically dominant. They're stronger and faster than the Shamblers, and they work together, hunting in formations that make their attacks even more dangerous. Whether they're hopping on cars or dropping down elevator shafts, very little can stop these hungry troops. Of course, the Alphas aren't the first fast or strong zombies to grace our screens. We've seen walkers become more like runners in plenty of other zombie flicks, like 28 Days Later, Zombieland, the instant classic Train to Busan, World War Z, and Zack Snyder's own reimagining of George Romero's Dawn of the Dead. But because the Army of the Dead Alphas have brains in addition to brawn, they're especially menacing. Even the savviest zombie has its fatal flaws though, and the Alphas in Army of the Dead are no exceptions. As per zombie movie tradition, both Shamblers and the Alphas can be killed by going for the head.
When it comes to killing them, it's all about the brain. If one comes at you, shoot it in the brain. It's that simple. Any questions?
Yes? What if I took a big rock and smash it into the head? Would that work?
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to take out an athletic Alpha than a slow-moving Shambler, but it's definitely not impossible. Sitting high above all the Alphas and Shamblers is the undead king that started it all, and rightfully so. He's got the brains, the brawn, and, most importantly, the bite. Of all the zombies in Army of the Dead, Zeus has the most dangerous physical traits. He knows how to use human weapons and protective gear. He's exceedingly intelligent and phenomenally strong. And he can turn anyone and anything into an Alpha.
There's a goddamn zombie tiger. That's crossing the line.
While it's probably best not to imagine how Zeus and his queen conceived a child, the fact that they have a romantic bond is intriguing. Emotional zombies aren't entirely new ideas, of course. In Warm Bodies, the zombie at the center of the paranormal rom-com maintains a morsel of his humanity, ultimately falling for a still living person. In Peter Jackson's Brain Dead, two zombies bump uglies and create an undead baby, although that mating isn't exactly true love. By contrast, in Army of the Dead, Zeus's passion is important. When the zombie queen dies, Zeus uses his grief to rile up his alphas and spur them into action. Zeus's bleeding heart is also his biggest weakness. While the heist team struggles to physically destroy Zeus's noggin, they get into his head by murdering his queen. Zeus is still a force to be reckoned with. A zombie scorned is a furious creature indeed, but that bit of psychological warfare proves to be instrumental to the mercenaries' victory. At least, it's a victory for now. With multiple Army of the Dead spin-offs on the way, chances are that there are plenty of other types of zombies lurking in the shadows. Odds are none of them are going to be too friendly. Thanks for watching. Click the links in our video to watch more from Netflix Film Club. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest exclusive videos. Plus, hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.